Good evening. My name is Jose Enrique Quiñones Valdez, and today I will tell you my blogs of what I did in of the book The Hunger Games. First, the first part, the tributes. Chapter 1. The story starts with the main character, Katniss Everdeen, waking up finding that his sister Prim, whom she had been sharing the bed with, had gone to curl up with his mother on a makeshift bed on the floor. After she gets ready to go hunt, finding the gold milk cheese her sister had left. In the woods, she meets with her best friend Gale. They go along with their usual routine, hunting, gathering, and setting the checking traps. After that, they head home to get ready for the Hunger Games, a holiday where they basically watch people from each district kill each other, and this year tributes Katniss' sister Primson Everdeen. Chapter 2. This news left Katniss in shock. Trying to gather herself, not knowing what else to do, she volunteers herself. Her sister freaks out, and Gale brings her to her mother. Continuing with the drowning of the tributes, the boy tribute is a boy named Pita Malek, who Katniss barely knows, even though his actions are what turned her into a bay hunter she is today. When they were younger, Katniss' father died, and her mother was shocked to do anything. Basically, he gave herself up when no one else bothered looking at her. After they finished to rest, the rest of the ceremony, each tribute go to separate into a separate room so they can talk to their family. The first people are Katniss, mom and sister. She basically reminds them what to do to trade for what. And then she reminds her mother she can freeze up again. That she has to take care of Prim. Then surprisingly, Pita Dad visits her. He brings her cookies and says he'll make sure Prim doesn't starve. After him, it's Mayor daughter Mage. She gives Katniss her pin and asks that she wears it. After Gale comes in, all he does is hold her. After they all done, they get to the train to go to the capital. On the train, they have dinner with Haymitch and Ify. Then Haymitch gets extremely drunk and Ify freaks out. She leaves the kids to take care of Haymitch, now passed out in a puddle of puke. They try to help clean him up. Then she punches Pita. He punches Haymitch back. And Katniss stabs a knife in the table. She throws it into the wall. Haymitch is impressed with her knife skills and Pita fighting. He decides that they actually have a chance to survive in the arena. Getting off the train, the tributes have to meet with their stylist, who are supposed to make them look as appealing as possible, which includes a lot of waxing of their part. After the prep team is done with her, Katniss meets her stylist and discuss her outfit. Her stylist, Sina, was a creative eye that could never be topped. His idea for her costume for the opening ceremony is to set her ablaze, parts of her actually on fire. Pita is dressed identically in black top suit and flaming head dress and cape. As they ride in a golden chariot pulled by black horses down the street of the capital, the crowd roars with approval. After the ceremonies are through, they are taken to the training area where they'll be living for a remainder of a competition. After an amazing meal, Pita takes Katniss to the roofs. They talk and realize halfway through this part that Pita likes Katniss and is trying to see if she's dating Gale. After that's over, and Katniss is done trying to figure out Pita's angel, they each go back to their rooms. The next day, they are taken to the arena, where they're going to be trained not to die in the arena. The stations where you can learn to trap, make nuts, and other things that may help them survive. The last day is when game makers evaluate their skills. Katniss is last to go, and it doesn't go as well as expected. The game makers are tired of watching all contestants, and most of them are drunk. Katniss gets angry that they don't pay attention to the shooting arrows, so she takes and aims and shoots the apple out of an incoming roasted pig's in the mouth. Then she storms out. Completely irritated by the game makers, Katniss storms out of the training area and up to her room. There, she stays the whole night. The next day, the game makers announce their scores. Pita gets an 8, which is well enough, and everyone is surprised by Katniss gets the highest score, an 11. The game makers must have been impressed. Then they congratulate each other and start talk about the interviews. Pita decides he wants to be coached separately. The next day is the interviews. Katniss spends 4 hours with Effie going over walking and waving. All that just leaves Katniss annoyed. The next 4 hours with Haymitch isn't much better since he's drunk and doesn't help Katniss at all. Then comes the actual interviews. Katniss is scared out of her mind, even in the stunning dress Zaina made her. Zaina seems to be the only one who helped Katniss in the interviews. When it comes to the turn, she's just honest. She has the crowds eating out of her hands by the time she's done. Then Pita turns, he's humble and likable, but in the end, the thing that really crushed the crowd is the confession of love of Katniss.